All right, what I've got for you today is a quick little review of how to graph equations. And we're going to look for graphing equations when they're in slope-intercept form. So let's start off by just looking at some of the steps for doing this. But I'll cover this back up. So how do I graph an equation from slope-intercept form? Well, if it's in slope-intercept form, and if you recall, slope-intercept form is the form that would be y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, also known as the starting point. Let's look at the step one. Let's say you have an equation, y equals 1/2 x plus 4. First, determine the slope and the y-intercept. Okay? So if you're looking here, the slope is that m value, whatever's in front of the x, and that would be 1/2. The y-intercept is that b value, whatever's at the end, and the b would be 4. So, next step. Plot the y-intercept. That's also called your starting point. So when you think of y-intercept, think starting point. So we have our y-intercept of 4 here. And we want to start by starting at b equals 4. And b equals 4 would be on the y-axis. It's called the y-intercept because it's on the y-axis. So you start at 4 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right there. I know the numbers are a little bit off, but don't worry about that. So that's 4. That's your starting point. Okay, you got to start. Always good. I use rise and run to plot the next 2 points. So if you recall, from our slope is the rise over run, so we have the rise is the top number, which is 1. The run is the bottom number, which is 2. And you can go up 1 over 2. Rise, run. Up 1 over 2. Okay, they're both positive, so you're going up and to the right. And once you have that at least 3 points, the starting point and 2 others, you can draw the line that goes right through, and you have the graph of that line. And that really is the last step. Okay? So, question for you. What happens if the slope is not a fraction? Let's look right here. What happens if the slope is not a fraction? Like y equals 2x minus 5. Well, guess what? 2 really can be made into a fraction. That would be 2 over 1. So you have your slope. Step 1 is finding your slope, and your y-intercept. Your slope is just 2 over 1. The y-intercept, now the y-intercept, you have to be careful here, because there's a 5 at the end, but it's subtracting, which means that it would be a negative 5. So you can start by graphing it, plotting that starting point, which is, that's your starting point, the negative 5. And let's put it right here on the y-axis. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be right here. Now from there, you can go up to, since rise is negative 2, run is 1, or sorry, positive 2, run is 1. You go up to 1, 2 over 1. There's a point. Now I do that one more time. You go up to 1, 2, and over 1, and you have your third point. Now, like last time, we'll draw the line. And you have the graph of that line. That line right there is y equals 2x minus 5. The purple one was y equals 1/2 x plus 4. Now I have one last question for you. What happens if you don't have it in slope-intercept form to start? You notice this is not slope, we'll go not y equals mx plus b, which is slope-intercept form. So first, you have to then put it. You can do a different method. You can find the intercepts like we've learned, but to do it this easy way with the slope and the y-intercept, you have to first write it in slope-intercept form. then graph. All right, so first you'd have to write it in slope-intercept form, and then you can graph it. So let me show you right here. We'll put it in the slope-intercept form. I'm not going to graph this one, but we will put it in the slope-intercept form. So using blue here, get the y by itself, so you have to get this term by itself first. So we subtract the 2x from both sides. Doesn't really matter the order you put these, as long as you have both of them there. So that cancels out, and you have 2y equals, and the order here, you can put the 2x in front, the minus 2x in front, minus 6. And then lastly, divide by 2. You have to do that to all the parts. Okay? So you'd have y equals, let's see, negative 1 over 1 x and minus 3. Then you can graph that. Put it in the graph, start at negative 3 and go minus 1 over 1. All right, so that is just a quick review of graphing linear equations, and I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.